One thing I see a lot of out there that is also, it all ties into the assertive mindset that's ruined science and academia. Basically, instead of like, asking questions or putting things in a better format, especially Jordan Peterson, Mr. I choose my words carefully. That's a crock of shit. But, I didn't even choose that word carefully, but I'll stick that fucking shit all over him, dog, like fucking whipped cream. Whoa, dude, you can't make that fucking face in freedom. You can't do that in freedom. What the? Alright, to get a hold of myself here before I get my assertive mind state going. Rev the fuck up. So one thing I see in these podcasts, Candyland, media, fake news, science, arena, whatever you want to call that shit, it's all fake news to me, in my opinion. One of the things is that they don't ask questions. They get these bitchy attitudes. So I was watching a video where a guy was talking about, I won't even mention names. I don't even have to mention names. But it's not important to me, but to give you an example, a guy's talking about transgender pronouns, and he tells the guy, don't tell me what to say. And he gets a real bad attitude. He gets assertive a lot of times, and he sets off this wrong example. That's just horrible for anyone to follow as an example. It's not that you have to come out and blast people like that, because if you're going to blast them, just fucking blast that loser right in his fucking face. You have to have your house in perfect order for that first. But I mean, when you're addressing the general, like a public, and you're a figure where people are paying attention, seeing what you do, you kind of want to, choose your words even carefully, or more careful. And, your attitude too. Your attitude goes a long way. Academia seems to be going into this spiritual new age thing that was, I was around like back in 2013 and died out. They're like falling into spirit science shit, which is kind of funny, because they're just, which is, really weird, because I thought back then that was a Russian kind of way to subvert, like the whole spiritual new age just seemed like really odd, and it just seemed like kind of psyopsy. So, I challenged that for a while, and then the spiritual new age doesn't really exist anymore, probably because I fucking shoved my foot up their fucking ass, and I didn't choose my words carefully there, or back in the spirit science, whatever days. I don't go out in the streets and raise my voice and carry on. That doesn't appeal to me. But I can make videos and things like that. I'd like to share videos, and I don't want to be your fucking idol that you sit there and stare at, idolize. I don't want to be that. People have too much issues with that today, and the idolization causes a whole arrested system of a whole arrested development from quantum Zeno effects. So, I think it's best too that this route taken, to minimize like, all that cult talk shit. I mean, that's what makes a cult, when you get the idol master up there and you get nailed to the fucking cross for that shit. Point blank. And, I think it's more wise for freedom and everyone's liberty and their own liberation that they don't sit there and swing off somebody's dick, like they're the highest and best, because then you can't equalize with anybody. You can't equalize yourself with that person. You know, you're always revering them. You're always waiting to be told next by them. And that's one of the problems with academics and school, is that they're always waiting to be told what to think, how to think it, and where to think it. And when you give that shit up, you'll see that you can do so much more than you ever fucking thought before. You know, and just stop listening to all that doubt in your head and all that bullshit. You know, that these people try to, you know, they leave in residue. Oh, he's a PhD, he's this, he's that, he's a Nobel Peace Prize winner. I don't give a fuck. That doesn't say anything about your potential. Your potential could be way higher than theirs. And I think it is. I think the potential is infinite. And, you know, inside that, there's always more than one way to skin a cat. So, potential is infinite. I can't really say what your potential is and isn't. You know, I can name call you and fuck around with you and do triggering and shit. But really, that's not real. I do all that just to blend into the culture, because I'm tired of giving shit away for free. No offense, but like it does. It gets stolen by these PhD losers and these Eric Weinsteins and idiots that just, you know, spew out more rhetoric, and then people think they have the answer and they're the highest best. You know, people are asserting that, oh, they must be the highest best. You have to have a clean room. You have to do this. You have to do that. I don't really recall having to do that. So I'm sorry. I don't find that to be an absolute truth. And people like Jordan Peterson don't even know what makes a truth. They don't even know what makes a truth apart from relative subjective opinion truth and opinion fact, which is oxy-fucking-morons. An absolute truth. An opinion fact and opinion truth. That's an oxymoron. So, that's all I got for this one. I did this one outside. It's nice out.